A key theme at Davos this year is how the technology revolution is reshaping societies around the world, empowering individuals, particularly in emerging markets, in many ways altering, as the phrase goes, the balance of power. With me now is Nikesh Arora, Chief Business Officer of Google. Nikesh, tell me, what are you seeing right now as the most important way that technology is changing, not just business, but the way we all live now?
I guess you said it when you opened. You said the balance of power. And I think information for time immemorial has been associated with power. And the more you create the free flow of information amongst people out there, you sort of empower the people. And you're seeing that manifested in whatever phenomena we see around us. You know, people feel more empowered as information, whether it's simply searching for information on pricing on the internet. You find they're well informed when they go buy things. You find they're well informed in political circumstances. You find they're well informed what their friends are doing in this whole new phase of social networking. So clearly information is power, and the technology today is empowering the people.
So that's sort of the positive, optimist view of the power of technology. Yevgeny Morozov, who is a political scientist, has written a book recently arguing that actually in authoritarian regimes, technology is having the opposite effect. And, you know, you guys maybe feel that way about China, where you've pulled out, and that technology can be used by a government actually to track people down more and to limit their ability to move around. Is there a dark side of technology?
I guess, Christia, I don't think technology has a dark side. I think humanity has a dark side. You know, technology is an enabler, it's a tool. You could say that about a lot of things in life, where too much of something is bad. You know, too much chocolate is bad for you, too much alcohol is bad for you. Perhaps it is all bad for you. But you know, everything can have a dark
Surely
side.
one glass of red wine is
I don't
okay.
know. I'm sure in
the
Davos.
doctors say.
I'm sure the Davos it's okay, right? So from that perspective, everything can have a dark side. Technology enabling people to have more information does not take away our responsibility to deal with information appropriately. So sure, there is a dark side, but it depends on how you respect that information, how you treat it, how you use it. So yes, but given all the balances in play, I'm more for transparency and more for technology enabling people to have more information than not.
You have arrived at Davos at an interesting time at Google. Your boss, Eric Schmidt, sent what I thought was a terrific tweet that adult supervision is no longer required. So what is the next phase for Google?
I think people need to understand there has been no company in the history of business which has had such good success. And we are at a time where we feel our core business is growing, our new businesses which we've embarked on are doing well. We've had numerous number of product successes behind us, or we should continue to succeed. And I think it's been 10 years when Larry, Sergey, and Eric have been running the company in a particular configuration. I think it's time when Larry feels he's ready and Eric feels he's ready to take on the mantle of being CEO. And Larry wants to drive his vision, which he has sort of been driving with Eric in the past, forward. And Larry's going to drive our product strategy and our technology, and Eric's going to continue to help him with the external relations and dealing with partners, customers, and working with me, yeah.
Is part of this about the triumph of the engineer culture and sort of founder genius engineers sort of really being in charge, maybe because insurgents like Facebook are getting you worried?
I think those are two different events. I think Larry is ready to be CEO. Eric feels so. Personally, I think he's a very smart guy, very intuitive, and
I think there's no question about
I think you have to
intelligence.
understand. So for us who live at Google, who work at Google, it's not new because Larry has always been in the room, and we understand his view and we understand Eric's view. So we are going to keep driving the company around the vision that Larry and Sergey have had, and we have been doing that in the past. So I think that is going to continue. And Larry wants us to be, as he puts it, which I find very exciting, is he wants us to be a large company with the soul of a nimble startup.
Is that possible? That's what everybody wants, right? Can it be done even by Google?
I think, given the pace of technology we're all going through, where suddenly 2 billion people around the world are connected to the web, and if you think about it, the last few successes in the world of business have been companies which have been born on the internet, which have hundreds of millions of users, and that is because now there's a new nation called internet with 2 billion people connected. So you are seeing
internet nation.
Well, if you think about it, what is a nation? People with similar ideas, similar beliefs, some common bonding that goes on, and similar characteristics.
Who's the president of Internet Nation?
It's a democratic nation where we haven't elected a president. It's sort of
is it an anarchy?
I don't think so. I think it's self-forming groups which collect on certain topics and then they dissipate when the topic is no longer of interest. So you'll see companies arrive, which will people get collected together, some new idea, and over time, as that another newer idea takes over, those things will go away and they'll converge around another new idea. And that's what's going to happen. Well, anyway, we diverge from or from what you were asking me earlier, I think the pace of innovation is going really fast. And I think it's very important to be nimble in that context. I think the way to think about us, us being a large company in the context of what's going on the internet is we have a lot more resources than a smaller set of people. So the question is, can you take those resources and move them at a rapid pace towards what you believe the next trend is, the next opportunity with the consumers? And that's the challenge.
Any special tricks that you're going to try to make that possible?
I think
there's the famous 20% time. Do you have any new things?
I think
you're
the
going
fundamental thing, I think I'll add one to that, I think, which is very interesting. I think the fundamental thing is we don't want to lose focus from creating wow consumer products. Because in the end, that's
wow.
Wow. Yes, you got to look at it and say, wow. So first time I saw Google Street Maps, I said, wow, that's pretty cool. The first time I used Google Chrome, I said, wow, I didn't know a browser could be that fast. First time I used my Android phone, maybe not the first time, the second time, I said, wow, that's pretty cool. I worked in the mobile phone industry and I hadn't seen anything like that before. So we want to create wow consumer moments, couple that with really smart people, and couple that with a culture where you want people to live slightly on the edge of their comfort zone, right? Because if you live in your comfort zone, you get a bit complacent, you get a bit happy, and you are not that hungry to go out and create new things and be resourceful. I think so. Add all those together and you get an interesting mix, and hopefully that can help us keep that pace of innovation.
Okay, Nikesh, thank you very much.